Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be doing the viral TikTok challenge where you look up my type of makeup and then TikTok goes ahead and gives you what it thinks your type of makeup look is. Super close to what I already do, but it's also a good look because today I'm actually getting ready to celebrate a birthday and I have to look bomb. So this look that they gave me, thankfully it is fire. I'll put a picture right here of what the look is. I already did my hair, I have my outfit on, and I have all my jewelry. I'm basically ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I actually already started with my skin prep. I did my Aquaphor on my face, my Pond's face cream. I already laid down my brows with some brow gel. I added some Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and I put primer on. So honestly, now we just have to go in with the brows. Taking a look at what the brows look like, honestly, they're just regular filled in brows. I'm gonna start by going in with my Mario palette. I'm gonna go in with the black shade and the dark brown shade, just a little bit because I don't want it to look super dark. Usually just put it in the outer corners of my brows because I feel like that's where it makes the biggest difference. And the other one, super quick. I don't really do anything crazy with my brows, but it hasn't always been like that. I went through that big blocky eyebrow phase. I've carved them out. I'll probably carve them out today just for the sake of it looking like a full B and lasting me all night long, because today isn't any regular day. We're actually gonna be doing something and we want to look snatched. Maybe this will become my full glam, full beat staple look. So I want to try it out to its fullest potential. So I'm going to grab my NARS concealer, as you guys know I love, in the shade Café con Leche. I'm going to go ahead and just carve the bottom of my brows. It just makes them look super clean and I honestly love that look. So I'm going to keep doing it every single time. I'm going to go ahead and spot conceal just to get that extra full coverage. The vibes I'm getting from this picture, it's giving very full coverage. I'm gonna be going on a trip in about 2 weeks to Mexico with my family for my grandparents' wedding anniversary. I'm gonna be doing my own makeup for the actual wedding party. So maybe this can give me a little bit inspo for that. I just want to let you guys know that that is something you could definitely look forward to, because I definitely want to bring you guys along. I'm gonna try my best to vlog it and put up a video for you guys. I don't think I'm gonna do the whole pack and prep thing, but I definitely will pop out with a video. We're just gonna be going so many places. It's gonna be really fun. I'm actually gonna go ahead and spray my face with MAC Fix Plus just so the spot conceal can really settle. I'll be using this sample from MAC actually. So I'm gonna put a few dots of this. It's really light because I got it before I got a tan. So that's why I'm gonna be mixing it. I'm gonna go in with my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. It's super dirty, don't mind that, but that's how you know it's loved and it's used. So I'm gonna do one pump. Go ahead and spray my brush with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray to make sure that the product, when I'm blending it out, really stays on my skin. Excited because this is giving me an excuse to get ready, because I honestly haven't gotten ready with full glam in such a long time and I honestly missed it so much. It just makes me feel like myself. Like whenever you don't feel like yourself, just remember, have I done that thing that I always do to make myself feel better? When I do makeup or dance and sing in my room, that's when I feel my best. Make sure to give yourself that time. No matter what it is that you have going on, just make sure at least 20 minutes, 10 minutes even. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend all of my foundation with my sponge just to make sure that it's not streaky, doesn't look weird. So I just go over it really fast. The next thing that we're going to be doing is cream contouring. So I grabbed my Iconic London palette and I grabbed this shade. As you can tell, I use it all the time. And I'm just going to put it here, here, on my nose. it under my lip. I'm gonna grab this angled brush and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that in, not really moving it too much, but making sure that it's fully blended. Now that we're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and bronze up our face. I'm using the Rare Beauty bronzing stick in Always Sunny. This actually, I was supposed to buy this to be like a contour, but I bought it really warm. So now I just use it as my bronzer, and I use the other shade on my Iconic London palette as my contour. And it's honestly a really pretty bronzy shade. Glad I found a use out of it, to be honest. Looks really nice and it adds some warmth to my face. And I'm just keeping it on the upper part. I'm not dragging it out too much to the center of my face, just because I don't want it there. It also really depends on your face shape, so you guys should definitely figure that out if you also want to figure out your makeup style, just to make sure that it works for you and your features. So I have these two Rare Beauty blushes. This one is literally almost out. I never thought I would be able to finish a blush before. Probably just gonna mix these two blushes. This one's more cool tone pinky and this one's more of like a warmer blush, so hopefully it creates a beautiful color. But first we're gonna go ahead and conceal our under eyes. So I'm grabbing my NARS and just putting it down here, put some down here, and then I just like to cut it up a little bit down there, and I'm gonna put some on my forehead and just on the sides to cut that nose contour. I'm gonna put a singular dot of this. I'm gonna grab my Rare Beauty blush in Hope and do 2 little dots of that on each side. Before we do any of that blending, I'm gonna go ahead and spray myself again, just because I really want everything to melt in. As you guys know already, these things get a little bit tacky by just fanning my face. We're gonna keep looking straight and not bring our blush to the center of our face, but keep it up and out. So I'm gonna show you guys just in case that does not make sense to you. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna put a little tiny bit on my nose. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my foundation brush again and just clean up this little cut that I did under my contour. Now I'm doing under my lip. Beautiful. And tapping whatever is on my forehead. Now we're gonna go ahead and blend in our concealer. I feel like using that Aquaphor really makes a difference for how my makeup moves around. I feel like it's not as stiff. It glides around so buttery without taking off any product. If you guys struggle with the blendability of your makeup, definitely try using Aquaphor. If you have dry skin, probably for oily skin, that's just gonna make you look way too glowy, and that's probably not what you want. So yeah, but if you have a similar skin type as me, I definitely recommend trying that, and hopefully it works as good for you as it does for me, because I absolutely love it. While this concealer sits, I'm gonna go back in with all of my brushes with that leftover product, and just to reinforce everything, just in case it got lost and it's not as pigmented as I would like it to be. First, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. My bronzing and contouring blending brush. I find that my forehead gets really light once I start putting like my powders and everything, so I really want to make sure that I'm putting that back because I don't want to lose that color. And then I'm going in with my blush brush and putting that back. To blend in this inner corner concealer, I'm going to grab this Morphe brush, the M173 brush. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more spray with my Charlotte Tilbury. Now that we sprayed everything down, I'm gonna blend my under eyes because that's the first thing that I'm gonna set. And then I'm gonna quickly grab this shade and this shade from the Mario palette and set my under eyes. Look how fabulous that looks. The other side. Perfect. And I'm just gonna take whatever's left over and go around my nose and my mouth. And a little on my forehead. I'm gonna grab my Essence Brighten Up powder, and that one I am gonna use it under my mouth right here and on my nose as well. Use that to cut my nose contour. I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder, set the rest of my face. I'm gonna go in with my Fit Me powder in the shade 235 Pure Beige. Just gonna use my bronzer brush and grab some of that and just dust it over. Morphe face palette. I'm gonna grab the contour shade and grab my angled fluffy brush, and we're gonna go ahead and contour with powder now. Just put it here. And then I'm gonna go in with my Hoola bronzer to bronze up my face. Perfect, perfect. I love the bronzy look, as you can tell. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this blush as well as this Bisou blush. Guess what we're gonna do with the blush? We're gonna blush up our face. And maybe a little bit of this Dior blush as well to add some coolness to it. We're gonna put that up on our cheeks. Never down. Up. And I know it seems like I'm just doing my regular base, but that's because the base that I saw looks very much like how I already do my base. But the main attraction of this look to make it the TikTok trend is gonna be the eyes. We're gonna grab a little bit of that translucent powder and set under the eyes because I have yet to do that. I just set with the pressed powder. But it is very important to also set with a loose powder so it doesn't crease. Just like a smoky black dark liner and a smoked out look. So that's right up my alley. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and first blend my eye out with my little beauty blender. It actually didn't crease surprisingly, so don't have to do much of that. And then I'm gonna grab this fluffy brush and just brush that all over my lid as a little base and a grip for my eyeshadow. I'm gonna grab my Hoola bronzer and I'm gonna brush that on the outer corners of my eyes. My camera's about to die, but I'll fill you guys in. Only thing that I did off camera was do the smoky black eyeshadow on top of my lid, tight lined my inner corner and a little bit back here, as well as down here, my waterline. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other side now because I didn't want to completely not show you guys what I'm doing with my eyes. Tight lining in here to wing it out a little bit more. I just do the little inverted cat eye. I think one of the girls in the pictures had it like that, or she like smoked it out, but I'm gonna do my little cat eye wing. And then, of course, marking beauty marks. I'm gonna set with my Fix Plus. Battery's gonna die, so that's why I'm going through this really fast. And then after that, I'm just gonna come back with the whole makeup look done. And I'll explain my lip combo. Just grabbed my Becca Champagne Pop highlighter, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put some on my nose and right here, my inner corner. Here, and a little on my lip. Set our face one last time. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my lip combo. So the girls actually had a super nude lip, so I'm just gonna show you guys the product and I'm gonna do it off camera. I'm gonna be mixing a little bit of all of these to create the perfect lip combo. Too nude is gonna be a little bit drying on my face, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of these and then I'll be back to show you guys the finished product. So I finished up the look. I went in with all the lip liners that I told you about. First with the Mario, then with the One Size, and then I put a little dot of concealer in the center of my lips, and then I blended it all out, and then I topped it with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. This is what I got from the look that TikTok thinks is my makeup look. I'm pleasantly surprised that it literally looks so airbrushed and skin-like, and yeah, I might just start doing this look all the time. It is a little bit different because I don't always tightline my under eyes and I don't always use this lip combo, so I'm really happy with the results and I hope you guys are as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.